Hey guys, JJ asked me to just come and do a quick little video for you explaining why I'm really loving what she's doing with the Gold Coast Business Speakers Directory. I've been speaking and training for the last 20 years. I've spoken here in Australia and overseas. I'd probably do somewhere between 20 to 25 presentations a year, which suits me just fine. The reason I'm loving what JJ's doing is that there's a couple of things. First up, it's very hard to market yourself as a speaker in a cost-effective manner. Now, I'm pretty lucky. I've been doing this a long time. I get a lot of referrals. But if you're hoping to be found simply through Google, you're going to need to spend a lot of money to actually get that search engine optimization to a point where you're being discovered. And that's the first reason why I love what JJ is doing, because by us all collaborating together into the one site, she's actually able to optimize that search engine ranking so that you're actually getting found. The second reason I really love what she's doing is that she's localized it. Something that a lot of people don't know, and if you're not really doing a lot of presentations and working with a lot of groups, you won't realize that there's a bit of a change in how they're actually looking for speakers. A lot of big groups, when they're doing a conference somewhere, they'll actually look for a local speaker. So you think if the group's based in Sydney and they're coming to the Gold Coast to do a conference, and by the way, Gold Coast is one of the favourite places for people to come and have a conference. We all live here, so we forget that it's actually a major destination for everybody else in Australia, and why wouldn't it be? But when they're actually looking for a speaker, what they're doing is they're looking for someone local, because for a couple of reasons. One, they don't have to pay travel and accommodation, so that makes a massive saving to what they're doing. The second thing is that because they're local, they're more likely to get there. You know, there's always a fear factor for a lot of conference organisers, like what happens if there's a delay in flights? Is the speaker actually going to get here? So by having someone local, they're more guaranteed of that continuity of their agenda. The third reason is that a lot of speakers will actually give a discounted rate for when they're doing a presentation local. I know I do, okay? I actually change my fee if they want me to speak on the Gold Coast. Why is that? Well, if I have to speak in Melbourne, I usually have to fly down the day before. Then I go and do my presentation and then I fly back. So for a 2-hour presentation, it could take a day and a half out of my life. Whereas if I'm doing a 2-hour presentation on the Gold Coast, I jump in the car, I drive there. It usually takes, maximum 20, 25 minutes to get there, do my presentation, and then I'm back home again. And so a day and a half turns into less than half a day. So for me, it actually works by giving a discounted rate. So when you understand that this is how event organisers are now thinking, does that now start to add, 2 and 2 together of what JJ's doing and how this is actually going to help us all as speakers? The other thing that you'll discover is that oftentimes many conference organisations, they're looking for more than one speaker. So by coming to the directory, they might be looking for someone in particular, but then they could find someone else whilst they're there. And this is that true sense of having abundance, that there's enough business for everybody. We're not in competition with each other. We might actually help each other get more business. I was actually talking to my best friend about what JJ was doing when she told me about it. She's also a speaker. And she said to me, okay, so how much was it again? And I'm like, it's $33 a month. And she goes, right, and what percentage of the fee is she going to take, like a speakers bureau? And I said, no, she's not taking any percentage of the speaking fee. We're just paying a flat $33 a month to be a part of this platform. So we both went, that's a no-brainer. After speaking for 20 years, that's a no-brainer. A lot of people getting into speaking think that they're going to get listed with a speakers bureau. To be perfectly honest, you need to be at that celebrity level to actually be considered by the speakers bureaus. They want people that are really easy to market and to put out there. So if you're not at that celebrity level or at that high level of where you've done something absolutely amazing, they often won't pick you up. Even if you're really good at what you do, if you don't have a little bit of a celebrity persona or a real story to go with that, they usually won't pick you up. There is a lot of speakers out there. They've got their pick of the bunch. And also too, you need to be charging a minimum $5,000 a presentation, if not more, because remember, they've got to take 20%. And so at $5,000, they take 20%, it's about $1,000. That's about the minimum they will take to organise a speaker for an organisation, for their business to work. You just need to understand that fact. So what I love about this is that JJ can help you. And even if you're a speaker who's starting out and you're only charging, say, $500 for a presentation, can you start to see how the numbers add up? You know, as a business coach, I go, what's your return on investment? One presentation is more than what it's going to cost you to be on this site in a year. So I really want you to consider it. I think it's a great idea. I am absolutely behind it. I will be absolutely on the site because I can see what an easy strategy it is for me as a speaker to get more speaking gigs close to home, because traveling for business sounds like fun, but it's not really as fun as it sounds. So doing more presentations here on the Gold Coast, which is a premium location for people to come and to actually have a conference and looking for extra speakers. So I hope you'll join me on the site as well and get listed. I'm sure JJ can answer all of your questions, but I just wanted to tell you why I think that it's a good idea and why I'm actually coming onto the site as one of the speakers.